Morning traders, it's Chris from the daxtrader.co.uk and it's Monday the 24th of June. Let's jump into the charts straight away. The trading disclaimer is in the description below as normal. Now I've been playing with an idea using a Renko chart, and it's just based on a 5 Renko, and so I'm using a tick size of 1. Alright, so I know that's maybe not the same tick size that you'd find on the futures market, but I'm just using it for simplicity on a CFD chart here. And so it's a 5 Renko, and I've done some conditional formatting on this one. I'm not sure if you're able to see this particular condition that I've used, but it's basically looking for situations where the tail of the candle was below the previous candle after a consecutive period of bearish candles. So we're basically looking for potential turning points on the Renko chart. It needs 3 bearish candles in a row prior to the one where the low or the tail of the candle was lower than that low of the previous, and it ended up closing higher. So these are the situations where we found that on this, and there were a number of different signals that you can see here. And I was having a look at it on the other side as well, just to see what it looked like with the reverse conditions, and that will give us this sort of situation. So I might play around with an idea around that, and I'll share that with the members, and if you're interested in that, you can contact me on Telegram. But if we just jump into the analysis for today, now the levels that we're going to be looking out for, we're currently on one right now, which is the 12,331 level, which is the point of control from Friday. So any longs at the moment might struggle to break through that, although I would like to see that level fall. So we've already used the value area low this morning as a springboard. We have broken through the pivot with this large bullish candle, so likely that may well be tested. If we break below this current little level here at 12,315, if it breaks through that, then perhaps it's going to look to test this ignition point at around about 297 again. But if it holds, then we really need to be challenging the 12,331 point of control, and I'd like to see us get through that up towards the value area high, which is just behind where it says bull breakout here, around 12,350. It'll probably likely find some resistance there, and then maybe continue to build. So that's an idea I'd like to see. But if it doesn't, if it fails here and it breaks down and holds this value area high, maybe it will look to build from there. Of course, if it breaks through the value area low and it continues to the downside, then we are at the moment seeing this very, very early sign of a rising upsloper. I'd like to see whether or not that holds. Break below that, now we've got a potential for an action center reaction line set, which would be something that would look a little bit like this, depending on how you draw. So if it breaks through that and continues to the downside, can't imagine it's going to be a reversal, but down towards that could be another option that would look out for. My preferred route would be that this kind of level, this zone holds and it continues to move higher. So as far as the trading strategy is concerned, this morning's price action, a couple of times we have been testing this deviation high, which is the upper band here. We've used VWAP to bounce from a couple of times as well. We have been in the buy mode, which is the green area, and you can see that we had price action turned bullish, which gave us a buy signal. And for now, price remains above the super trend dots, so the trade would remain valid. And the target would be somewhere around the 4 to 1 zone. So if you were looking to take that, you'd put your stop loss below this, and you'd look for 4 to 1. Now, like I've said before, come and get access to that trading strategy, and you just need Sierra charts and be a member of a Signals platform, Signals package, should I say, or the Trader Development package. Let me know that you've got your Sierra charts installed, and I will put this on your platform for you so you can play around with it as much as you like. Okay, economic calendar wise today, really The only thing to pay attention to is the fact that we've got Governor Lowe's speech from the Royal Bank of Australia, which may impact on some of the Australian Forex signals for this week. In about half an hour's time, we do have the IFO current assessment, IFO expectations, and IFO business climate from Germany. And so just pay attention to the economic calendar for those. The main news headlines that are dominating at the moment is the fact that the tensions between the United States and Iran are still pretty high, and because of the drone, the American surveillance drone, and the pre-market tensions are continuing right now. So I've got a few things on the website as well regarding the fiscal policies from Italy, and Deutsche Bank is also facing some increased scrutiny. Gold and oil are both up at the moment, so there's a few bits and pieces around that on the site, so go and check that out. Continue to check back on the site as well for the article as we get updates from the team during the day, and make sure to like and subscribe to the video if you're enjoying the content that we're putting out. Right guys, have a good trading day, and I'll catch up with you again tomorrow. Take care.